The Overtones are one of the UK's most successful vocal harmony groups. In the past 4 years, they've had 3 massive albums that have gone into the top 5, selling over 700,000 albums. At the moment, they're on tour. They've just finished their Irish leg and they're coming to the UK this week. I had the chance to meet up with Mike Crawshaw in between, so find out what happened. Hi, I'm Kerry and I'm here with Mike from the Overtones. Woo! Embarrassed it's just me coming.
Yeah.
So tell us, you've just come back from your Irish leg of the tour. How was that?
It was good. It was good. It was 3 days in Ireland, as you say, and
I'm sorry, I get the giggles. You've never done this before. Carry on.
3 days in Ireland. It was a good first leg, and we're back in the UK now. We start production rehearsals tomorrow, so it's been nice to have a couple of days at home and putting our feet up, watching The Good Wife.
I know. Sorry if we're distracted. He's left it on in the background.
Just
hey, tell us about your Vile tour band.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice because normally, as you guys know, we'd normally stay in hotels. But for the Irish leg of the tour this year, we were told that we've got to be in a 16-bed tour bus. So it was all the crew and the band and us, and it wasn't particularly clean, and yeah, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice at all. Our lead guitarist, Louis, he woke up one day and the whole side of his body was wet. Yeah, nasty.
Why was it wet?
Just because there was a leak or condensation or
Tell everyone what was stuck on your foot when you woke up one morning.
What was stuck on my foot?
The cigarette butt, wasn't it? Didn't you tell me that?
No.
You did. You said you put your leg out and it was like a cigarette butt stuck to your foot.
No, I didn't.
You did. Yeah. Well, that was made up then. Bit of news. Not sure how genuine this interview will be.
No. What I said was there was chewing gum stuck to the top of my bunk, and Darren lost his earplugs one day and moved his mattress, and underneath his earplugs were stuck to this horrible.
I'm sure the story wasn't that long.
See, I never said cigarette butt.
Moving on from the cigarette butt then. So how did it go? How were your Irish fans out there?
Oh, they were great. They're always great, and it's lovely to go there and you know, meet everybody. What was nice is because we're at the end of the show, we're going out and we're meeting people and we're signing merchandise and things like that. So it was really nice to kind of speak to our fans and see how they felt about the show, and it's great seeing them up dancing and just having a great time, and you know, it's nice because, as you guys know, we start the tour in Ireland, and it's always a bit of a nervous time because, you know, you're putting something brand new out there, and it can be hard, and, you know, do you know your material well enough?
Because you didn't have much rehearsal, right?
No, yeah, we got back from holiday, and then I think we had like 4 days rehearsing all the new numbers, and then a couple of days with the band, so it wasn't a great deal of time, but, you know, once we got out there and we got on stage and you know, heard the reaction of the crowd.
Your fans pulled you through?
Absolutely, you guys always do, it's brilliant.
So you've got a few days off now. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to know, what do you do? What do you do to relax? What do you do? Chilling out? Or watching The Good Wife?
Watching The Good Wife.
In the background?
Well, you've got so many more episodes under your belt than I have, so I've got to catch up.
I watch it when it's on.
Yeah, just to kind of be at home and just relax and do washing and spend time with you. And
he doesn't do all the chores.
And, you know, wash and hoover and
leaving breadcrumbs on the side.
It's
soft
just
fluff.
It's just soft fluff.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's just nice to be home and just to stop for a couple of days and you know, just put our feet up and go out to dinner and things like that. It's nice. It's nice.
Lots of eating involved.
Yeah.
So when's your next trip to Germany? Any plans there? Tours? Promo?
Yeah, I mean we're there's a very foreseeable plan with the German label. We're kind of talking to them at the moment about when we're going to get back over there again and hopefully do some shows. I know a lot of you guys have been tweeting, you know, what's going on with getting back out to Germany and stuff. We've not forgotten you. We're definitely on our way back.
More TVs maybe and stuff?
Hopefully more TVs. We were over there a lot before Christmas, and you know, we love it in Germany, so we'll hopefully go back. Well, we know we're going back. It's just a matter of getting the timings right and just getting back over there.
So waiting to see, right?
Yeah, we'll definitely be back. We'll definitely be back, no problem.
So, on tour, what is your favourite song? There's a few, because it's a collaboration of all 3 albums. Right?
Yeah, of course, and that was part of the difficulty, because obviously getting everything all these songs that we've got, you know, that we all enjoy from the first 3 albums, and it's kind of like, right, now we've got to pick an hour and a half worth of material, and it's difficult because, you know, you're taking songs out and you think, I really love that song, I can't believe we're not including it, but you have to, you know.
Is there anything that's not in it that you'd want to be in it?
For me, I think what we've got in there is are the right songs to put in there.
It's more full on dancing this time, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was really.
We all like to see him dance, don't we?
Snake hips.
Wouldn't say that. Some do.
Yeah. I mean, it is. You know, we've learned over the last, how many tours have we done? 3 major tours, and we've toured in little clubs around the country as well. And we've learned along the way. You know, like we've learned that our fans come to these parties. I say parties, come to these gigs and they want a party.
It is like a party.
It is like a party. So, you know, what we've done is we've stripped away some of the slower numbers and, you know, we've put more kind of upbeat ones in. So, you know, my favourite songs are kind of songs like Shake a Tail Feather and Do You Love Me and things like that.
So wear your flat shoes if you want to dance, I think is the answer.
Good idea. Flat shoes.
So, what do you miss when you're away? So we know you've got to miss your family, they're the main things, right?
Yeah.
Xbox or?
Xbox is a big you know, heart wrencher for me. Have I got to say you now? Because
no, not necessary.
I do miss you. Right away. I just, you know, home comforts and things. You know, it is. You know, it's hard. You know, you can't just come back and put your feet up and turn the TV on or whatever. You know, it's to a hotel room and every night is a different hotel. You're living out of a suitcase and you're washing your underwear in the sink. You know, it's not. You know, I think a lot of people think it's more glamorous than it is.
I was going to say not too glam.
Yeah, it's not too glamorous.
Not with the amount of washing he comes home with.
I do it though. I do my washing.
So we've had some questions in from you guys, and one of them is, when did you discover you're a singer?
I was in college. And as far as I was concerned, I couldn't sing because my dad, bless him, is tone deaf. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Steve.
Singing in the shower is just not fun. Yeah, and I was in college, and a friend of mine was like, right, I'm in this amateur dramatics group in Bath, and we need some more boys to, you know, fill up the numbers. So I was like, yeah, I'll come along, and we went to this first night, and they were like, right, do you know any songs? I was like, yeah, I know a couple, but in the shower singing badly, and they went.
So you've never done lessons or anything?
I'd never had lessons or anything. No, like it wouldn't even have occurred to me. And then they said, "Oh, what? You know, audition." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I ended up in this room with like 7 or 8 people watching with clipboards behind the desk. You know, I was thinking this is weird, but I'm just going to sing and see how I get on. And I got a part in this musical. And
what musical?
It was Jesus Christ Superstar.
Maybe you'd like to sing us a piece.
No, I'm not warmed up.
Right.
Yeah, so, and then it kind of went from there. I was like, oh God, I absolutely, that's my fear.
Professional, right?
You know, I loved it. I fell in love with it straight away, and I was just like, I just want to get better, and I want to learn more about it, and it kind of went from there.
So talking of auditions, any bad ones?
Yeah.
I know he's had a couple. Tell
us. A few, God, loads of bad auditions.
What about the one where you went for singer and they gave you a cane?
Yeah, before I moved to London, I had this kind of local agent in Bristol that was like, okay, right, we've got you this audition. It's a singing audition for the BBC, and it was in one of these kind of like mini commercials on the BBC that, and it was for the golf, the Masters. And I thought, brilliant. They said, we want a singer who can play golf, and I was like, this is brilliant. I love playing golf, and I sing a bit. So I drove to London. It was like this full day for me, and I was nervous. And I got there, and they were like, right, here's a club. We want you to putt the ball. And I was like, brilliant. So I putted the ball and got it in, and it was great. And they went, right, now we want you to dance, like celebration. And I thought, okay, wonder when the singing's going to happen. So they said, what we're going to do is we're going to play some music to just help you out. And I was like, oh God, it was Justin Timberlake came on. So I putted the ball, and then they pressed play, and then I started dancing, like hating life. Uncomfortable. And, you know, like, I'd never even danced before, so you'd think they put me out my misery quite quick, but they didn't. And they went, okay, what we'd like you to do now is just incorporate the club a little bit more into your dance. So I was just like, oh God. So So yeah, anyway, I must have blacked out because the next thing I can remember is them kind of like shouting at me to stop because I was just stood absolutely still, just twiddling this club.
Like a majorette.
yeah. Just, oh God, I've had loads of auditions like that. Yeah.
Well, that brings me to my next question that one of you guys asked actually. Have you had any dance training? You got some smooth moves out there.
I've got some smooth moves. No, I've not had any dance training. I think I'm probably quite a good faker. I'm.
What do you mean faker? Do you copy the choreographers? Or?
Oh yeah, obviously the choreographers give us some moves and I try and do it. But I look at people like Timmy and Mark. They're the trained dancers in the group. So
yeah.
And I kind of try and I might see something that Mark's doing or something that Timmy's doing. I might be like, oh, that looks really nice, and I'll try and put that in I won't get it straight away because I'm not a trained dancer, but I just keep on going and going until I think, oh yeah, I've kind of got it now. And it's nice because people recognise that I dance quite well, and that's nice because I work hard at it. Even though I haven't had any like formal training, I'm still kind of.
Well, is it harder this tour then?
Yeah. It's like I actually had an interview with the Daily Mail the other day, and I was saying that this show is very much like an hour and a half long cardio workout. It's like a keep fit class for an hour and a half because there's a lot of dancing, and there are some moments of kind of like stood behind mic singing, but there's a lot of dancing and a lot of singing.
Quite full on this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's talk about your blog.
Yes.
You're quite passionate about it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're trying to get fit and explain to everyone what it is.
The blog I started is called My Reluctant Fitness, and basically it was one of those. I got to one of those points, maybe in my life, I guess. Maybe that sounds a bit heavy, but where I thought, you know what, I've lived too long in the past. I used to run. I used to be fit. I used to go to the gym every day.
You're in running clubs and stuff.
Yeah. I used to run from a county. Yeah, I'm still quite quick. But for a long time now, I haven't been to the gym properly or religiously kind of worked at something and got ultra fit or whatever, or strong or whatever. And I've lived too long in the past of going, oh, I remember when I used to run this in this time, or I used to lift this weight. So I thought to myself, you know what, it's rather than speaking about it and talking about it all the time, it's time to kind of take action. So what I thought was, I kind of thought that a lot of people might have this struggle as well. So I thought I'll start a blog and I'll write my experiences, whether they be good or bad, and my struggles and my trials and tribulations and things, and then I'll see how it goes. And it's good because it's motivating me, and I'm reading a lot of what you guys are going through as well, and it's really inspiring me to keep pushing and just keep on keeping on.
Why did you lose your motivation then? Was it because you got busier or because of your back issues?
I don't
know if you want to explain what your back problems are.
Yeah, I think it was a big kind of. I think it was a mix of the two. I've got a bad back, a degenerated disc in my back, which it can make things very difficult when it comes to movement and getting up and doing things.
Is that why you can't do the hoovering?
That's it. But yeah, it's been hard for me, but ultimately, and I said this in the blog, that's a big excuse, really. If I've got a bad back, I can still do something to stay fit and healthy. If my job is busy and I'm working a lot of hours, there's still time to do something, albeit a small amount of time. But that it's all those things are just excuses, I guess, and that's why I'm trying to.
But it's eating well, isn't it? Because last time on tour you said they'd just grab takeaway food in the evening and stuff. Like, you didn't eat well. Was that the first tour?
It was the first tour. Last tour was great. Last tour was great because we've got catering now on tour, which is
fancy.
We've upgraded to catering, which is nice. So.
But you've got to eat well to go along with the fitness, right?
Yeah, of course, and being on tour is another kind of. Like I say, it's a fitness thing, so it's really difficult to stay well and stay healthy and not be too tired all the time and things like that. So we've got a juicer, and we've got like lots of great fruit.
Oh, this juicer! Let me tell you, he talks about it all the time.
But
if anyone wants to buy him a juicer, go for it.
Oh yeah, I'd love a juicer.
Don't.